In 2025, I added something to the MFT3 that I thought, I'll just give it a try. Wow, has it helped me tremendously. And it's really simple. It's right here. It's the TSO MFT3 shelf. And every time I'm cutting, it's a place to let my saw sit. But I also use it when I'm routing, and I put some of my accessories on there too. It's just so daggone handy. So this is the critical part you want. You want this little part here. And what you do is you feed the screw. This is a little bit of pre-assembly. And you come in here and you loosely, you don't tighten it all the way, you just get it on there. Okay? Just be patient. We have to take those little nuts and feed them into this extrusion here. And I want to make sure that that's on the outside. And it just takes a little bit to get them down in there, like they just set there, and then you just tighten them all the way. And it's just a simple 5mm hex. And those automatically orientate in there and tighten right up. So there's still a little bit of wobble. That's what this piece of plastic and this screw is for, and I'll show you how those go in. It's pretty simple. You just take these, put it in here, take the screw, just like that, and tighten it up. And boy, that shores up really nice. So that really shores it up. So in the SedgeTool Shop, I've always used a digital, basically 6-inch or 150mm caliper. Well, I was shopping around and I saw these and I said, I can use these for a variety of things. These are called the big cals. They're big calipers from woodpeckers. It comes with a T-head for depth, but it also comes with these trammel points. I'm going to tell you, I bought these basically for this, and I'll show you why. Okay, so you get 2 scales on the small one, 2 scales on the big one. The top scale is in metric, the bottom is in inches, and I could take this all the way out and lock it in at about 300mm or a little over 11.5. And the large one goes all the way out. And like any caliper, these 2 pieces here for inside dimensions, here, okay, we know what that is, that's 20, and outside dimensions. So if you have something large you want to measure, like a board, and have them consistent, you can use this. Now, when I take it out, the read on this one is all the way out to roughly 610 and 24.5. Okay, but you also have the scale all the way down, so you can use this to get depth. So what looks like trammel points are actually trammel points that actually fit in certain holes that self-center. They slide right onto the head here and tighten up with these. So now I can take these trammel points and they fit very efficiently inside the 20mm holes on my MFT. So I could take that now and I can take this and actually measure from point to point on those trammels. And if you remember last year, I was boring these plates to take and use these power locks from TSO to set up here and here to lock them in. And I had a little bit of a timely situation in trying to get my measurements now. This big cal will make the job of making these plates work absolutely fantastic. Hey, these take the guesswork out of measuring, and when you do that perfect fit, calipers work fantastic. So we go from 6-inch to 12-inch to 24-inch. These are great additions to any shop. Hey, something I've always had in my shop are Stabila levels. Always will. I love the quality of them. I love the warranty, the guarantee. It's fantastic. And you can see there's a lot of wear and tear on these. I have this special limited edition one, but I also have these and I've had them forever. And my business partner took all my other levels. I had jammer sets and everything. So this year, this summer, I was out and about, and there's a couple of times over the last 2 or 3 years, I needed a 24-inch one here And I actually got one of these. This is a 12-inch. So I just added 2 new Stabila levels. And I want to show you a couple things about Stabila levels. They are worth every daggone penny. So the best thing about Stabila levels is they're guaranteed for life. No matter if you drop them. Watch. And the reason the Stabila can guarantee it for life, okay, is because those vials, those bubbles, are set in epoxy. And when I set that level on that level, it's exactly the same. That level on that level, it reads exactly that same. And that level on that level, and that level on that level. You can trust these levels for life. So this goes back to a video we did early this year. Buy once, cry once. Sometimes things are a little expensive in your shop or on the job site, but boy, guess what? It's worth every penny because it's trust, and you know these levels are dead on accurate for life. One of the other things that sold me on Stabila years and years ago on their levels, every time I would be setting like an upper cabinet, these things would slip all the time once you get them set. Well, you see these little points of rubber here? Those are called wall huggers. And when I get my level absolutely perfect the way I need it, okay, guess what? I can hold it there and it's not gonna move as I draw my lines. All right, I just got this a couple of months ago. I've always wanted one. I have 2 or 3 hatchets, but I use them for outside work. And you may think, why does somebody need a high-end hatchet? I'll show you in a couple of seconds. But I went and splurged. This is called a hand hatchet by this company called Gransfors Bruk. It's a Swedish company. It's been around forever. And you know when you pick up a tool and you feel the balance of something? You just know the quality of it. Well, let me show you what you can use a hatchet in your wood shop for. It's basically, I use it to hog out wood quicker before I refine it with files and rasps. And you know what? It makes quick work of it, and I could take things to a point really quick. It also can help you debark some natural edge really quick. You just gotta be careful and let leverage take its toll. And you can actually utilize it to make kindling as fire starters with scrap wood. It just feels really good in the hand, great finish on it. You can hold it back here for more leverage. You can get right back up on it, so you have a lot more control up here, and you can take some short strokes with it. It also comes with a great leather sheath to protect it when you're storing it. Go for it. Hey, you may have seen a video on the SedgeTool channel last year using a 21 gauge Grex nailer. I love the 21 gauge. It puts me right in between, or roughly in between 18 gauge and 23 gauge. Go check out the video, it's pretty cool. But I got one of these, and one of these is a cordless 21 gauge. Takes a couple AA batteries and a fuel cell. And what's nice and convenient about this is I'm not dragging a hose and compressor all over the house, all over the shop. I am totally 100% enamored with this tool, and it's always ready. I had a situation this past week where I had to go replace some shoe mold on the door that we just had replaced in the house. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta go drag a hose and compressor. I went, well, wait a minute. I came out, it's always right here, my cordless. I grabbed it and I went in and I shot that. And I was like, that just saved me a boatload of time. With a nice thing, it's always right there when I need it. And that'll save me about 10-15 minutes of setting up compressors and hoses with no mess. I gotta have you check this out. And you've seen it in the videos I've been doing when I was building out the miter saw station. I had to install 24 of these poles, and I did 1 or 2, and I was like, Oh, and I had built a jig, and I went, you know what? I'm going to splurge. And I went and got this true position jig. I got to bore a couple more handles now on a couple of doors, and I couldn't wait to use this. This is one of the most incredible additions to the SedgeTool Shop in 2025. And I think every shop should have it. Okay, so what the true position jig is, a jig to repeatedly set hardware on your cabinetry. Hopefully that sounds good. And I always will tell you, go for the Pro model, and I'll show you how this works. I got to do 2 door pulls, and it'll be simple. I'll show you. So these are the pulls I want to set, and I got to do, say, a whole kitchen of these, or a whole shop, or a whole office. So I'm looking right here, and these are basically where I want them. I'm going to first measure between center. And oh, isn't that neat? Those are 96 on center, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this right here, these 2 points here. I'm gonna set it at 48 here and bring it down and set it at 48 here on the center line. I'll also just take the pull and verify those are on center. So that's the initial setup for the holes. So I'm just going to do a basic setup of exactly where I want this, and I'm going to measure here and in from here. So I just did a quick crosshair, laid it out from the front edge of the door to the hole that I want to bore is 45 millimeters, and from the bottom up it's 40. So this is the reference face on the front of the door. So I'm going to take that, and if I remember my measurements, that is going to be 45. So I just move that reference mark over here, and I slide my bottom stop right there, and I'm ready to start boring my doors. So here's the beauty of the true position jig. Once I have it set, right, because of the way it's designed, every single door pull, I can flip it just like this and bore this door. So once it's set, like I did for the drawer pulls, it was lickety-split getting it all done. It makes it effortless. What a huge time saver. Hey, from the new MFT3 shelf to the 21 gauge cordless pinner to Stabila levels to true position to Big Cal from Woodpecker and my new hand hatchet. What a bunch of great additions, and what a fantastic year 2025 has been in the SedgeTool Shop. Who said I didn't need any more tools? Oh wait, hang on for the question. Hey, quick question for you. What, and I want you to remember, what was your favorite concert of all time? Leave it in the comments below. Hey, we always say from the SedgeTool Shop, be positive, stay sharp, and we mean wicked sharp.